Question 10.1. Explain the 5 properties of water that make water important for organisms. Water was one of the first lessons you will have had, and it goes back to your very first part to do with biological molecules. The mark scheme is quite picky, and it wants you to explain the 5 properties, not just state them. So the mark scheme, they can be given in any order. They want the fact that it is a metabolite because it's involved in condensation, hydrolysis reactions, or photosynthesis or respiration. So it is a good metabolite because it is essential for these metabolic reactions. But the word metabolite needs to be used, not just the idea that it's useful in these reactions. It is a good solvent because of its dipolar nature, so these metabolic reactions can occur, or it is a good solvent so it can allow the transport of substances once they have dissolved in it. There is a high specific heat capacity which buffers changes in temperature. They will not accept the idea of it keeps the temperature constant. It must be the idea that it buffers the changes in the temperature. There is a large latent heat of vaporization, which is the amount of energy used to turn it from a liquid into a gas. So this provides a good cooling effect through evaporation. There is cohesion between those water molecules because those hydrogen bonds will form between the slightly negative oxygen and the slightly positive hydrogen. This cohesion will support columns of water in plants, so it will allow the water to form the columns of water and travel up. If you look back at the cohesion tension theory, it will allow water to move from the bottom of a plant stem towards the top due to the cohesive nature of these water molecules. The cohesion will also provide surface tension due to those hydrogen bonds, which will produce surface tension for small organisms. They will accept for marking point 5 and 6 the idea of hydrogen bonds forming, but it must be the idea that so those columns of water can form, not just the fact that they have these hydrogen bonds. A lot of people on this question did correctly state 5 of the properties, but it's the explanation that let people down in terms of getting those full marks.